Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel. As part of my last upgrades video for the spring campaign, I got in Warfighter, the private military contractor card game. Game's made by DVG, but I bought it from Noble Knight. In this video, we're going to crack the box open and see what's all in here. First up, let's take a look at the blurb on the back. See if I can zoom out just a touch here. Watch your gear. That stuff isn't free. Warfighter Modern Private Military Contractor places a private military business in your hands. Warfighter Modern PMC is a cooperative game that places you and up to 5 of your friends in charge of hiring mercenaries, building your facilities, bidding on government contracts, and running tactical missions using the Warfighter system. It is up to you to successfully complete your missions and contract, and earn a profit to keep your company running. Warfighter Modern PMC can be played with 1 to 6 players. Each player gets a say in running the company and completing your contract missions. The game system controls the enemy soldiers. Warfighter does not require any special rules for solitaire play. Scale tactical individual soldiers. Players 1 to 6. Time 30 to 90 minutes. Let's go ahead and get this cracked open. We'll start by getting the shrink wrap off. I know when it comes to shrink wrap, I'm not quite as enthusiastic as Ruff is when it comes to, oh golly, the shrink wrap is off now. But hopefully you guys might enjoy the methodical approach I take to these unboxings. There's the shrink wrap off. So now let's start to open the box and see what's actually in here. We are greeted by the Elhat Garbaggio Universal Rulebook. We're not even going to dignify that with a thumb through. We've got the April 2019 keywords. I've also got a copy off to the side here of the I'm assuming the latest keywords from February 2023. If there's a set of later keywords, somebody can put that down in the comments down below. The new recruit manual. If there's a specific sheet for PMC rules, we'll give that a quick thumb through. Then we've got our business formulation for the PMC. It's nice glossy paper, but it's hard to write on it, and I wish there would be more copies of that. I know they're out on the Geek and on the website. I've got a copy saved already, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm moving this out of the way for a second because we've got the board, which is going to need to get widened out. We'll bring this down, preferably without trying to keep control of it. That's the hard part here. Let's get the top of the box out of the way, and that is as usual, there are 2 problems with this board. One, it's got a very heavy glare to it. Well, 3 problems actually. 1, it's got a glare. 2, it wasn't laying completely flat, although it's a little more flat now. And 3, it's too big to fit in shot. I may end up getting a mat for this if I like this one. Then we're greeted by the punch board. So we've got looks like our money, some of our money on here. Ammo tokens, probably wounds, action, more ammo, and probably the suppress markers. Enemy killed in action, and the suppression markers. Empty for those, objective hostile, used actions, and treated wounds. More money, probably soldier tokens to mark the soldiers. Targeting markers, contracts, more KIA markers. Mission timer, well, all the various tokens that go into a Warfighter game. Okay. Got all of that. And I've got a couple boxes here. I'm going to have to sift through these, where I've stored some multi-era expansions in them to see what goes with PMC. So we'll probably sift through, like I said, we'll have to sift through some of these to figure out what goes with modern PMC. I was going to say, I hope there's a different type of back on here so I can tell, but it looks like it's going to be, well, there's actually a little bit of a difference in here. I'll bring the cards over. But it looks like we can see that there is a label with PMC on, that there is a PMC label on there. So anything marked with a PMC, and actually it looks like I've got a, there is some stuff here marked with PMC in my, what's the word I want? Multi-era expansions. I was a little tongue-tied for a second there. So I can put those in with these cards. Of course, we've got our 3D10s, D6 for cover die, and the D20. I forget off the top of my head what the D20 is for. Is there anything under the insert? Let's pull that out because we've got our 5 sets of cards. We'll check under the insert there. Looks like a quality tag, but otherwise the insert is empty, and now the insert can get bent. As the inserts usually do. Inserts in my collection don't tend to last too long. So I think we're going to skip giving the Private Military Company New Recruit Manual a thumb through. Just because it's a little bit on the long side. But we can start getting everything back in the box. Should all fit nice and neat. I'll leave the punch board there until I'm ready to start punching everything out. Should be able to leave these and be able to close the box. There's the lid. And there we go. Box is closed and wunderbar. That's everything that comes in the box with Warfighter, the modern private military contractor card game. As I'm working on this video right now, the video for the last scenario of the spring campaign, Weaver of the Cosmos, is exporting from Adobe. By the time this video goes up, that video will be live, and the next video will probably be the campaign outro for the spring campaign. As for what's coming up on the channel, Wednesday we're stepping back into our background playthrough of Mag-23 Guadalcanal from Historic Wings. Saturday we'll be into a new cookbook on mystical munchies, but I'll have more on that during the end of May recap, which I'm expecting to be Friday most likely. As for next week, we'll start off with our first game for the month as we play Inside the Crease Hockey from Inside Sports Games. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.